Hey all, XArt student here, and today on XArtEducation, we're going to be focusing on carving a calligraphy pen out of wood. So let's get started. Supplies. First, you need a piece of paper, ink, a box cutter, and a stick. I learned about how to do this in college, so this is actually a final stick that I did earlier in the day, adding in some ink, and then trying to draw some calligraphy. I'm not the best at it, but I do like how the shapes look, especially like the old medieval or like black lettering. Now let's start to carve this. I went outside on a walk and found a few different sticks from different trees or bushes, and these are the ones that I liked. They were long enough to be pencil-esque, so I could hold it, and they seemed like I could carve into them, but obviously I'm not an expert on sticks and wood, so I picked one that looked nice and I debarked it. After that was done, I went in with my box cutter and started carving a calligraphy pen-esque shape. So I looked at the initial nib, and you'll see my drawing on the top left. This is the shape I'm trying to carve. A pentagon at the nib, and it needs a slit in the middle. Then I'm also trying to carve the bottom of it away so it has a nice curve. It's important to have that slit in the middle so that it actually picks up ink like a real calligraphy pen nib would. Though my process is obviously sped up besides this part, take your time. I messed up a lot of times not making the nib flat enough at the top, or not making this little middle piece deep enough. So just make sure it's the correct shape, and you could take a while, and if you mess up, you could keep carving until you make it correct. Or pick up another stick and do it again. And when you finally get the correct shape, dunk it in your ink, be very generous, and start playing. See what types of letters you can create. For me, it was a lot easier to look up different calligraphy styles or different fonts that I wanted to copy. Here I'm just playing around to see if I actually like the shape or not. But when I researched, I felt like my lettering was so much better. And if you go to the library or just look up on Google, some resources actually have the direction you can go to do each mark. Or they might even show you how to push down more or angle your tip, so then you get the shapes that you desire. So the rest of this video is me just playing around with my calligraphy stick pen. And yeah, I just wanted to show you that obviously it's not perfect and it really depends on the wood. I've seen tutorials where people actually use bamboo, and I feel like that'd probably be a sturdier stick. But you're still able to get really cool textures and kind of create a calligraphy pen look, especially if you're like rolling on a budget and you really need like something like this. Just carve a stick. It's really fun and it passes the time pretty well. And that brings us to the end. Thank you, Professor Gustafson, for the idea, and I hope you guys have a great day. If you'd like, check me out on Instagram, TikTok, Etsy. Consider liking, subscribing, commenting if you would like, and I can't wait to see you next week. Thanks, bye!